Because there are different kinds of calls to action, right? There's one where I'm like trying to whip you guys up into a frenzy to go do something. That's not my style.
Just say the word.
Yeah, go. No, that's not how I think things need to be done, especially when we're talking about business. Anime is a business, comics are a business, fiction, all of this, and we do vote with our wallets. So it's just important to remember who all of this is always for, who it's always been for, and who it will always be for, as long as we remind them that we're here, right? It's for us. It's for us.
For all of us.
For the fans.
It's for the fans.
For the people that want to get away out of freaking fiction.
That's a podium.
That's a podium?
We're gonna have a pastor in here.
I used to be a preacher.
Really?
Yes.
How'd that go?
It was same old.
Same old.
But I'm not gonna get paid just to work the back on the man himself, you know.
Sure.
Dead serious. That's what they that's what they do.
Yeah. It's well, it depends on where you are and what you're doing, I guess. But anyway, back to
Affecting you.
Do it. Derail all day. That's fine by me. It's better than being railed all day.
Hey! I'm waiting for that!
I don't think that's how it works.
You lucky bastard!
But that was my long introductory way of saying that I generally, and you may see this on the channel, but at panel discussions particularly, am going to start talking more and more about what it is, what escapism means, why it's important, and why we need to preserve it. And it's literally not on social principles, right? It's not because we need to resist the push for LGBT. Who cares? Like, honestly, put as many LGBT characters in a story as are necessary for the story. That's fine. But it's not about resisting this societal push or even liberal or conservative politics. I love Comicsgate and all of that, but I don't necessarily agree 100% that there should be no politics in comics, because if the comic requires some politic, then put it in there. But that's fine. Like I said, I love all those guys anyway. But the point is, it's not about resisting societal pressures. It's about preserving the medium for its purpose. And the purpose is always so I can not deal with the stuff that I have here for 10 minutes while I read a comic book. The Switch is a beautiful piece of escapism.
Thank you.
Yes.
It really is. I got one of the Switch lights because my kids already have 2 full-size Switches, and that's annoying enough. But I got one for me to take on the airplanes. What?
Give me your friend code.
Okay, I'm never on it.
I want
I still
to
want
tattoo Smash Brothers.
Oh God.
Maybe a Pokemon battle too.
Do you know I was like the number 4. I was like 4th place in the original Smash Brothers World Tournament.
For Nintendo 64?
Yeah. Don't clap. Don't clap. It was the first.
I will beat you.
You will.
Senseless.
You will beat me embarrassingly, I'm sure. No. I was stupid, and I played Captain Falcon.
Yeah.
That's not why I was stupid. I was stupid because I switched to Luigi for the tournament.
Hey!
No,
He's OP!
Luigi's great, but I wasn't.
Why would you use the OP every freaking time?
Only if you're close. Only if you're close. But no, my one of my oldest friends is actually in the Video Game Hall of Fame World Record book, or whatever, the book.
Guinness World Record.
Because he won the first tournament. And like I said, don't clap, because there were seriously like 15 people.
Still
And the
really?
farthest...
You made it 4th place, man.
Yeah. I'm not in the book.
Who cares?
But it was held at the Mall of America in the Rotunda, and it was a beautiful day. It was great. God, that was a long time ago. We all still had the mark on our hand from playing Mario Party, right?
I still got the mark in his hand. a rave for a long time. So I have a
Man.
really bad, good healing factor.
What do you, so there was a tweet a little while ago that South Park creators were talking about, they said this wave of like being super PC is about 6 years. And
Sure.
then it kind of walks back, and that puts us right in it right now. 2020 would be 6 years.
Oh
What do
God.
you think about that?
Jesus
'Cause
Christ,
you know-
why?
These are guys that like they've been attacked so relentlessly, and then they see like it wavers, and
I think one. So you're talking about Trey Parker and Matt Stone.
Yeah.
Nah, you gotta apologize.
Parker and Stone have done something brilliant in that they have effectively targeted just about everybody consistently.
yeah.
And that is a piece of work that I don't know if anybody will ever be able to fully appreciate, and I don't know if they're even doing it consciously, but they have been, they've been attacked. I think it. I imagine their attacks like a bingo announcer, right? Like there's just a bunch of people who they're going to piss off in the next 6 months, and they just roll the thing around, and eventually one rolls out.
I
Who
think
we gonna piss off next?
I think the only thing that they were conscious about was they waited a long period of time before they did the transgender Olympics one, and I think they were gauging.
Yeah.
Because I think they were really worried about it. It's funny that like Winnie the Pooh was like the first thing that got them banned.
Yes.
It's like you could do like that makes everything else they did okay. Winnie the Pooh was too far.
Right. How
Hey,
dare
no,
you?
Stay out of the 100-acre wood.
How dare well,
Wait.
see, you can't attack the cash cow though.
Hold on.
And the cash cow is a 1.1 billion industrializing people.
But they had Mickey Mouse beat the shit out of the Jonas Brothers. Like, you motherfuckers.
Oh boy. I'm gonna
take you out.
Very
Fucking
good.
Mickey
That
Mouse.
is very good.
Oh God, I cursed. I'm sorry.
I don't think I'm allowed to curse in Canada, so I won't do that. But
We do it all the fucking time.
I know, but I'm an import.
Canadians
So?
curse more than any
Don't you
other
mean
nationality,
foreigner?
statistically.
Yes.
They both foreigners.
I'm a dirty foreigner, and I have brought coronavirus to the show.
Why?
But no,
shit.
I think they've
Corona.
done that very effectively. But on the other hand, I don't know if there's just, I don't know if it's specifically a social justice thing or a progressive thing, but there definitely are pendulum swings in public opinion and how effective they are. Because I don't know if you guys notice, they are relentless people. And
Oh, they're
it's
fucking disgusting.
Fuck them guys.
No,
Exactly.
they really do. And I can give you an analog. While I was in law school my last year, the first class that they did this in was my last year. It was medical malpractice, which I don't do medical malpractice. Please don't ask.
Thank God.
But
Thank God.
oh my God, I would love to make that kind of money, but no, that's way too complicated.
Oh, we're asking for a lawyer too.
But so the professor on the first day, he asks an icebreaker question. I was like, icebreaker? We're all third-year students here. This isn't a big deal. But it was, what is your passion, right? And I'm like, I don't have one. Like, who cares? I have a family and life to deal with. Well, yeah, I guess. But then as we're going around the room, there are these, they're just,
Mine's in my bag, so no.
hey, welcome.
Huh?
You're later than me.
That's pretty usual, right?
Yeah. But as we're going around the room, it's like literacy in Africa. Like, really? That's your passion? Okay. And then white girl. And then it was like, just going through, and one of them is legitimately feminism. And it's like, feminism is your passion. That's what you want. That's what you pursue in life, is these things. And I started thinking, just sitting there, musing, because I was one of the first people to go, thank God. And so I'm listening to all these people talk about their passions, and I'm realizing how many people I've met in school who were literally that issue. They were literally, their issue was what drove them to go to law school. It's what drives them daily. So they are very much relentless. And it's not a pejorative. That's what drives their waking days. And we see people like this. I'm not going to name them on Twitter, but they don't ever let up. So the pendulum, importantly, is it's us. We care. Oh God, thank God we don't care anymore. And I am waiting for that. I think that's going to be a great 6 years. If it's 6 years, it's going to be great. What follow up?
It's like you kind of touched on a little bit, like the idea of like why these people are relentless. Like there's a parable. It's like the idea of like say